All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. Hello, first grade. Welcome back to Number Corner. Happy Motivated Monday. I want you to think about something that motivates you to do. I want you to think about something that may have been challenging for you last week, or something you always was curious about or interested in doing, but you were afraid that you didn't have as much confidence in to do it. Today, I want you to break through that barrier and I want you to motivate yourself to do that thing. Today, I am motivating myself to take a mile run. I haven't been exercising lately, so today I'm going to go outside and I'm going to take a really good run and exercise. So I am motivating myself to do that. I want you to motivate yourself to do something that you've been interested in or curious about. So while you're thinking about that thing, we're going to get started into our number corner for today. Yesterday was Sunday, April 5th, 2020. Today is April 6th, 2020, which is Monday. So I'm going to flip our card for today. Our shapes of this weekend was an E and what shape is this? If you said rhombus or diamond, you're right. So we're going to use these shapes and we're going to think about the line of symmetry for each. So I have my E shape and I have my rhombus, my diamond. So before we try to figure out if we can create a line of symmetry in both of those shapes, let's review what symmetry means. So symmetry is the property of a shape that can be folded so that the two halves match exactly. So we're folding our shapes to find an identical part. That means the shapes are symmetrical if they have an exact match. So I'm going to start with April 4th, my rhombus. So parents, you can print this out on the calendar and you can have your child cut out this shape. So we're going to fold this shape because that's how we find out if this shape is symmetrical or not. So I'm going to fold this shape one way. So if I fold it this way, what shape does this look like? Oh, so there's an equal match. Both sides are exactly the same. So then I think I can make it and do it another way. So I'm going to fold it this way. Oh, and it also did this way. So we can say that a rhombus has 4 parts. So the fraction will be 1/4. It has 4 equal parts. So now I'm going to look at my letter E. So letters can be shapes too. So I'm going to figure out which way I can fold this E to make it a symmetrical shape or classify it as a symmetrical shape or asymmetrical shape, which means it's not symmetrical. They can't be folded into 2 identical parts. So I'm going to fold it this way first. Oh, I can't fold it this way because if I fold it like this, friends, if I fold it like this, if you can see parents, if I fold it like this, it's no other side that matches that. So I'm going to try another way. Oh, I can fold it this way. Let's see. The bottom match the bottom. Oh, look how I folded. So I can tell that this side is identical to that side. And these 2 bottom sides are identical to that. So this E is a symmetrical shape. I can fold it into 1/2. So when I open it, I can see that 1/2. So I'm going to use my pen and I'm going to show you where it's symmetrical. 1/2. If you flip it this way, you can see that this half is identical to that half. So 1/2. And then for my rhombus, we said we can break this into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will write that as 1/4, 1/4. And I will write this as 1/2. 1/2. So a rhombus is a two-dimensional flat shape with four congruent sides. So as you see, it has four sides, just like a square, four congruent sides. All right, so we're going to discover the shape of the day. So again, today is Monday, April 6, 2020. So I'm going to zoom in closer so we can discover our card of the day. All right, here we go. All right, what shape do you think this is? It's a very interesting shape. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to think. Parents, ask your child, what shape do you think that is and why do you think that? If you said that it was a hexagon, you're right. It is a hexagon. So I know what you're thinking. You're like, that's a hexagon? But the reason why it's a hexagon, friends, because as I'm looking at the attributes, when I first look at this shape, I say to myself, I'm thinking this is a very interesting shape. But I ask myself, if I was trying to identify, I will think about its attributes. So by figuring out its attributes, I'm going to count what I know. I'm going to count its sides and its corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What shape do I know have 6 sides and 6 corners? I know that a hexagon is a two-dimensional flat shape with 6 sides. So you may not see this one up here, but there are other shapes up here that are interesting, but they have 6 sides and 6 corners, just like a hexagon. So this shape here follows the attributes of a hexagon. That's why it's identified and classified as a hexagon, because it has 6 sides and also because it's a flat shape. So I have my hexagon here. Parents, again, you can look out the shape cutout sheet and you can print this out and have your child cut this out. So I have this here, and we're going to fold this shape to see if it's a symmetrical shape or not. That's how we figure out if it's symmetrical, by folding it. So I'm going to try my best to fold it this way. Well, not equal because I still have this part sticking out. So it's not identical there. So I'm going to try to fold it a different way. So when I fold it this way, this side isn't identical to this side. Oh, look at that. It's not identical. So we can say that this shape, this particular shape, this hexagon, is asymmetrical. Asymmetrical means it does not have identical parts. It cannot be divided into equal parts at all. Asymmetrical means it cannot be divided into two parts equally. So now I'm going to go to our April calendar observations. So yesterday, friends, here we are. So yesterday was April 5th, and the day before that was April 4th. That was Saturday and Sunday. We did Friday, which is the Pentagon. So for April 4th, shape was a rhombus, a rhombus. So we said the rhombus, if you don't remember, it's right here. A rhombus we said, I'm just going to take this one here, so I have to type it over and keep the font. And I'm going to type rhombus. This is how you spell and write the shape rhombus. And then how many parts could we have folded? How could we have folded our rhombus? We could have folded it in 4 equal parts. That's the same as 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal parts. So I'm going to take my check mark up here, and I'm going to bring it right here. And then I'm going to write my fraction, 1/4. Is it a symmetrical shape? Yes or no? If you said yes, you're right. It's a symmetrical shape. I'm gonna take my yes and I'm gonna put it right here. All right, on Sunday, our shape was the letter E. I'm gonna put oh no, I'm gonna put the letter E. I'm going to bring it down some so it fits. There we go. The letter E. How many parts could our E be divided equally? We said 1/2. 1, 2. 2 equal parts. Exactly 2 equal parts. So I'm going to take my check mark, place it right here, and I'm going to put the fraction 1/2. 2 equal parts is the same as 1/2. Is it a symmetrical shape or letter? Yes, it is. All right. Now for today's shape. A hexagon. We classify this as a hexagon because of its sides. It has 6 sides and it's a flat shape. So I'm going to put hexagon. That's how you spell and write the word hexagon. And we said that our shape could not be divided into 2 equal parts or 4. We also said that this shape is not a symmetrical shape. So I'm going to put no. I want you to take a look at our calendar so far. What pattern do you notice? That's right. On the first day, April 1st, when we first began, the shape was symmetrical. Then the second day, the shape was symmetrical again. The third day, the shape was not symmetrical. So we have 2 shapes that were and 1 shape that wasn't so far. Then on the weekend, which was Saturday, the shape was a symmetrical shape. And then on Sunday, the shape was also a symmetrical shape. So that's 2, 2. And now the shape is not symmetrical. The shape for today is not, it's asymmetrical. It's not a symmetrical shape. So we can tell, what do you think our next shape for tomorrow, do you think it's going to be a symmetrical shape or asymmetrical shape based on the pattern you see? Well, we're going to figure out tomorrow. All right, so friends, next we're going to go to the geoboards. I can show you. I already, here you see, I already made my shape. So I'm going to show you why this shape, I'm going to use another rubber band. See if I place another rubber band to show you why this shape is not a symmetrical shape. So if I was to fold this in half, and I flip this side, and I flip this side over here, so this point is going to go to this point over here. And this point is going to go to this point right here. And this point is going to go here. Notice when I flipped the shape, when I flipped it, did it match? No, it didn't match at all. So that's why this shape is an asymmetrical shape, in meaning it cannot be divided equally. All right, so friends, now we're going to go to our days in school. So we count this as 100, and we're going to count on the days. So 100, 110, 120, 130, 131, and today makes 132. So I'm going to change the color to blue, choose my pen and change it to blue. Today makes 132 days if we've been in school. So friends, now we're going to practice writing that. So on Friday, it was 131 days of school. Today makes 132. So I'm going to change my ones place. I'm going to get my eraser. Put my eraser back. I'm going to make it the color red because our ones is the red color. to let us know that it's ones. This is how you write 132. The 1 is in the hundreds place, the 3 is in the tens place, and the 2 is in the hundreds. And the 2 is in the ones place. So now I'm going to add another ones cube here. And I read that as 132. Now I am going to stretch that number out. We talked about expanded form, but I'm also going to think about some other ways to write that in expanded form. So expanded form means to stretch that number out. So I'm going to stretch the number 132 out. So I'm going to get my blue for 100. 100, that's the first number I hear when I stretch it out. When I'm stretching it out, then I'm going to add the numbers that I'm stretching out. 130, that's the next number that I hear when I stretch it out. And remember, friends, when you're stretching the number out, you're adding them as well. So my 10s are green. So I'm going to make my 30 green to represent 10s. That is in the tens place. 130, 132. I stretched it all the way out. And my ones are red. So I'm going to make my 2 red to represent that that 2 was in the ones place. 132. So friends, I want you to think about another way we could have written this in expanded form. And a great way to think about that is, what can I do with my 10s and my ones that I will still get 132? I can also write it as 100 then my 10s. I can take a 10 from this 30 and put it into my 2. So if I take a 10 away from this 30, then I'm going to have what? If I take a 10 away from my 30, then what number do I have? If you said 20, that's right, because I'm taking away a 10. And I'm adding that 10 that I took away to my 2. So 10 plus 2 is 12. And my ones are red. 100 plus 20 plus 12. Do we still get 132? That's right, we do. We know that 20 plus 10, because you think about 12, and I know that that's 10 plus 2. So I know that 20 plus 10 is 30, plus 2 more is 2. So that's 132. So I stretched it out. I used expanded form to write 132, but I did it in a different way. I want you to think about at home, what are some other ways that I can use an expanded form to write 132? And I want you to come up with all the ways that you can. Parents, please encourage your kids to try this exercise. It really helps what they're adding. All right, so we're going to go into our popsicle sticks data collection sheet. So last week, friends, we ended up with 10. You read this as 10 because it's a bundle of 10. So I'm going to show you what a bundle of 10 is really quick. That means 10 popsicle sticks grouped together to make a whole bundle of 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, count with me, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 popsicle sticks in my hand, and I'm going to group them, and I can put a rubber band over them to make them a whole bundle. Mine looks just like the one in the picture. I'm going to zoom in closer. Mine looks just like the one in the picture. A bundle of 10. A bundle of 10. So we count this as 10, 11, 12. A bundle of 10 and 2 popsicle sticks. That's the same as 10 plus 2 equals 12. So if I wanted to write an equation for this, I can write that as I can write that as 10 plus 2 equals 12. So last week, in week 1, we had the total of 12 popsicle sticks. The total of 12 popsicle sticks. So I am going to write week 1, put a line under 1. I'm going to choose a different color. I like green. Green's my favorite color. I'm going to put 12. I'm going to put a W right here, which stands for week. So week 1. And week 2, which we're in now, I'm going to use blue. Week 2. Week 2. So last week we had 12. Let's go to the spinner and see what we'll get for today, starting our week. Are you ready? All right, our spinner has 5, 3, 4 all the way around. So we're going to spin the spinner to see what number it lands on. Ready? Go. I have to put this back. All right, there we go. We landed on 5. So I'm going to go back to my popsicle sticks. I'm going to go back to my popsicle sticks. And I'm going to erase this. Put my eraser back. Put those back. And I'm going to add 5 popsicle sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, I'm going to put these a little closer. And remember, for this popsicle, you could put like a tally mark, like that. 5. That's the same as home. It's 1 popsicle stick, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 popsicle sticks. All right, so friends, that's all we have for today for Number Corner. I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Happy Motivated Monday and go forth into the world. See you later.